Hosted in conjunction with Chris Media, the CEO interview series allows investors to hear directly from the CEOs leading the companies featured on Wholesale Investor. Enjoy the interview and reach out via the details in the description.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Crisp TV Q&A. Today, I'm joined by Carlton Taya, CEO of Syncogate. Thank you for joining me, Carlton.
Thank you, Rhythm.
So, Carlton, just to get started, could you give us a brief introduction to Syncogate, just so the audience has a high-level understanding to begin with?
Sure. I'll start by describing us as an education technology company, and our primary aim is to use the latest in technology as an enabler for education. We've spent the past few years building our own content management system and accumulating access to around 3 million digital titles from over 12,000 international publishers. We've also developed one of the world's most advanced artificial intelligence-based tutoring platform that identifies how a child learns and how it can raise the child's overall capability from low to normal and then to excellent. Using gamification, the program that makes learning fun and also incentivizes the child to earn reward tokens just by playing fun games, quizzes, watching cartoons and videos, and doing exercises. So bringing together our content and learning management platform will create unique education programs aimed at developing and emerging global markets, particularly in the Asian region.
Excellent. So, can you let us know, what you are addressing such a significant problem? So, what exactly motivated you in the first place to start this venture?
Well, let me preface it by saying that the education sector in Asia is the fastest growing and largest market in the world, with increasing government focus and spend, a rising middle class, and a cultural awareness by parents on their children's education. So that sector, the edtech sector, is expected to grow to US 64 billion by 2027. Let me come back and answer your questions in a couple of parts, if I may. Firstly, and despite the prevalence of digital technologies, especially with our younger generations, education delivery models and teaching techniques have predominantly remained the same. So for example, students have been using printed textbooks for their courses when in fact ebooks are more convenient and cost effective. But it's actually more about making the course content a powerful tool in the learning and teaching process. Now, the book industry, which we're very familiar with, is old and conservative, and far too many restrictions by academic publishers have stifled progress. Copyright protection is also paramount, as piracy has been one of the major areas of concern, and our platform, with built-in DRM, which stands for Digital Rights Management, allays that fear. On the second part, there was a need to supplement what children learn at school, especially in key areas such as numeracy and literacy. So we designed and built an intuitive, personalized training program that recognizes a child's strengths and uses fun, engaging, and rewarding activities to optimize those strengths and the child's desire to learn. Let's not forget the dramatic and unexpected impact the pandemic has had on education, where campus and school closures have severely disrupted traditional education models. The forced move to online, remote learning, and homeschooling revealed just how unprepared the education sector was for such an event.
Absolutely. And you're addressing one of the significant problems. And, education is such, like you mentioned already, it's such a growing sector. And we definitely look to see how, we can solve the problem. So, when the pandemic hit and we saw all the difficulties, how we can make sure that, that problem doesn't occur. So, now talking about, can you give me a deeper understanding of your company's offerings and the specific benefits across the process?
Now, this is a really important question because this kind of hits at the heart of where Syncogate is different. Our offerings range from digital content such as ebooks and course resources to tutoring programs. On the content side, we run 3 live programs eBooks 365, which is an online site for university students. eBooks Are Us, which is also an online site for the general community. And of course, our educational resources program called EduSource, which identifies what educational resources are required and promotes it, across the world, particularly in China at the moment. And also, our impressive portfolio of tutoring solutions includes products like Gate Kindy, which is for kindergarten age children 3 to 5, Gate Island for grades 1 to 3, and Gate Treehouse for grades 4 to 6. In addition to our products, collaboration we see as a key to meeting the broad needs of the education sector. And our go-to-market model is about working through strategic local partners. So, for instance, we've just signed an agreement with a UAE-based education technology provider with an incredibly smart learning platform for schools and colleges. Our joint plan is to target vocational education in China to help improve skills there, as government changes that were made recently in that country have opened up its market to international players. First time it's ever happened in China, by the way, I should add. So both the partner and ourselves are committing something like $2 million to develop advanced vocational resources for the Chinese market.
Amazing. So a lot of developments are happening with your venture. You have already touched on this, but do you want to elaborate anything a bit further of the competitiveness that is in the market of other ventures that might be similar to you? So what is your, I would say, your competitive edge about your venture?
It's a really important point because people look at it and say, "Oh, look, we think everyone else is doing the same." So the first point I want to make is that we're a totally digital company with offerings that are innovative and user-friendly, right? But we also recognize the importance of strategic partnering, as I talked a bit about before. And so we have to join up with like-minded technology companies, education providers, in-country organizations, etc., that help us promote and distribute our products as it's required on the ground in each of these countries. Now, we have groundbreaking partnerships in China, which is a highly regulated market. And this will also give us an edge over our competitors in terms of the partnering model that we've set up there. Now, I'll make the point that there are numerous learning management platforms across the world, and many developed over the past decade. So this is not something new. Our platform differs where it uses the most advanced form of AI and gaming technology to teach kids in a more engaging and entertaining way that makes learning fun, as I keep going on and saying, but with improved outcomes. And I should say, don't underestimate the importance of world-class content and how it is integrated with leading-edge learning platforms, whether it's ourselves or our partners. This is what makes our business model quite unique. Now, I'm not aware of any other company, I'd say across the world, that has a content platform with access to millions of international titles and also has its own learning management system.
Absolutely. Now, Carlton, can you highlight, like you have mentioned this before, about your milestones that you've achieved, but anything else that you would like to add to it that you feel that the milestone that you have achieved to date that have alluded to future, that would allude to future success? Sorry.
I'll answer your question in this way, that we are very much market ready. We've spent years building our products and bringing together what we believe are the right ingredients to make the perfect solution for market. We've spent a lot of time and money forming strong strategic partnerships, and of course now the rubber hits the road. And the milestones that we now want to aspire towards is all about delivery, generating revenue, generating profits, etc. And that's an important objective that we're setting ourselves as a business.
Excellent. So now let us talk about the team, which is the most important factor when it comes to scaling and growing as a business. So can you share a bit more about that? What does your team bring to the table? What expertise and skill set are they able to contribute to the success of Syncogate?
Well, can I just say that there are significant barriers to entry in the education sector because each country around the world has got their own nuances that make it very difficult to break into into the international markets. So the important thing with us is that firstly, people are the primary asset in any edtech company, and is very much the case in our business. Whether directly engaged by us or an involvement with us through our partner community, the collective team is, in my opinion, the foundation of our business, right? So, commencing with the two founders of Syncogate, of which I am one, we're both very experienced in business, having run large organizations. Importantly, my co-founder and I have a shared vision on the future of education, and what you are seeing from us today is the realization of our vision. Now, our team consists of technology and content developers and designers from diverse cultural backgrounds with skills in artificial intelligence, blockchain, gamification, DRM, and multimedia technologies. Now, we believe in attracting exceptional talent and have a decentralized organization model spanning across Australia, Asia, and Europe to ensure that this happens. This also provides us with the ability to scale quickly, as finding good talent in a specific location is extremely difficult.
Absolutely. Now, Carlton, I guess in terms of a parting question, for the viewers watching this interview, what should they be excited to see in regards to the next 6 to 12 months for Syncogate? What does that look like?
Well, we've got a really exciting and unique suite of products today that we're ready to, and some have already been rolled out to market, and others are in the process of doing that. But in our business, we're going to continue to expand our range of products. Starting off with vocational education, we see there is a big market around the world, especially in China, and that'll be an ongoing activity for our company. We've also been working on a children's e-library for the Chinese and Asian markets. Now, this is a project dear to my heart that I've personally researched for several years and see this as a jewel in the crown for Syncogate. Reading is a priority in China and the Asian markets where parents are looking for quality international books for their children to read. Our subscription program will, amongst other things, include an adaptive reading feature to identify a child's reading ability. We'll also be expanding our tutoring offerings across the STEM academic disciplines and ensuring our products are in local languages to facilitate rapid growth across the Asian region.
Amazing. Well, we look forward to following your journey and congratulations to you for your achievements to date. And thank you for joining me today. For those who are interested to learn more, there will be details on the side of the screen and in the description to Syncogate's deal room and the contact details for Carlton. Thanks, Carlton.
Thank you very much.